Greetings, fellow scribes! Welcome back to the archive. This week, I conclude my series talking about the factions of Starfleet battles by talking about the two minor factions that were included in the Captain's Basic Set box set. The Tholians and the Orions. The Tholians have a grand total of 2 ships in this, one of which has pretty much just, it swapped out 2 weapons. And the Orions have 1 ship. Thus, why I call them minor factions. In terms of the setting, they have significant impact. But let's just get right into this, so sit back, relax, and enjoy as I talk about the Tholians and the Orions. So, what is the thing that sets the Tholians apart from any other faction? Speed. And I mean this literally. Most other factions, their ships use 1 power, or 1 energy, per movement point, per hex moved. The Tholians use 1/3 an energy point per hex moved. Now, we're also going to see this affecting the Orions, but we'll get to that in a moment. So, the Tholians have basically a single location ship. They are pretty much the only faction in the starting box set that does that. There are 2 ships, the Patrol Corvette and the Improved Patrol Corvette, are just 1 single location. Even their warp drives are within their hull. The Patrol Corvette and Improved Patrol Corvette both have a total of 12 power from their warp engines. They do not have anti-proton reactors, so they're just their warp engine and their impulse. The Patrol Corvette has 2 impulse. The Improved Patrol Corvette has 3 impulse. The Patrol Corvette, though, its big difference is it has 4 phaser ones forward, and then has 2 web generators in the rear. Meanwhile, the Improved Patrol Corvette drops the web generators, or web emitters, for a pair of phaser 3s, defensive phasers. Other than that, and having 1 additional point of impulse, the Improved Patrol Corvette and the Patrol Corvette are identical. Both have 4 forward extended arc firing phaser 1s. Now, what does the forward extended mean? It means it fires into the 3 hexes forward, all the way into the full. Basically, it fires everywhere but straight back. So, those 4 phasers, those 4 phaser 1s, can be vicious in just the fact that, first off, you're not going to be fighting just 1 Patrol Corvette. I mean, even one of the lowest point ships of one of the other factions, the Gorn Fleet Destroyer, it is 91 points. The point value of a standard Tholian patrol corvette is 59. So, in a battle, you're probably going to be facing, if you were a single Gorn fleet destroyer, you're probably be facing 2 of these. Other bigger ships are going to be facing more. And remember, those patrol corvettes, they're laying down that web from the Tholian web. You know, that lets you mobilize your ship as we're cutting it to ribbons with phasers. Yeah. You don't want to mess with the Tholians. Like, no, seriously. You do not want to get on the Tholians' bad side. Their ships are nasty because you're not going to be facing one of them. And they have firepower on a par with the saucer section of most Federation cruisers. Just kind of lacking the torpedoes. But, you know, it can just fire at you from any angle. So, what about the Orions? Well, yes, the Orions are an interesting lot. The ship we get for the Orions to represent them is the Orion Raider Cruiser. So, this ship has 2 warp engines, 10 power each, 3 impulse, no anti-proton reactor. It has cargo space, 2 tractor beams, 2 rear arc firing phaser 3s, 2 forward arc firing and left arc firing phaser 1s, and 2 forward firing and right arc firing phaser 1s. But that's not what makes the Orions special. What makes the Orions special is they have 3 slots that they can change out the weapon. Or change out the equipment. They can put something called a hellbore on the front body. And they can put different slots on the wing mounts. They can also have a cloaking device. They automatically have stealth for 2 ECM. But here's what makes them interesting. Other cruisers are the standard 1 energy per MP cost. Or 1 energy per hex. The Orion Raider Cruiser is 2/3 of an energy point for 1 hex. So that means you move 3 hexes, you're gonna only have spent 2 energy points, while another ship is gonna have spent 3. And that's important. The other thing that's kind of interesting about the Orion ships is their shields. They kind of have Klingon-style shields on the rear. You know, the rear half of the ship. You know, mostly lighter shields. They have a slightly thinner, directly forward shield. Their thickest shields are protecting these quadrants. The area not directly front, but not on the rear sides. Mostly because with their maneuverability, they kind of get to have a bit of a say on where ships are going to be engaging them. Because they, like the Tholians, are nimble ships. What that means is they can turn easier than other ships. And that's pretty much the Orions. Their big claim to fame is you don't know exactly what any Orion ship is going to have. Their ships are modular, with literally 3 optional mounts. One on the center line of the main hull, 1 each on the wings. And that's it. So this concludes my series on Starfleet battles. Next week, I am going to do a Tales from the Archive, and then I will figure out my next in-depth series after that. Until then, I'd like you all to remember to have fun and keep gaming.